Some of the immigrants in Springfield were capturing geese at the local pond,
Dog
slaughtering them and killing them.
I'm going to talk a little bit about CBS's decision not to fact check the vice presidential debate that's coming up this week on October 1. They have decided to do something because they're afraid of Donald Trump and they're lazy. That's what it is. It's laziness. They know they're going to get the spectacle of the debate. They're going to get the ratings of the debate. So why bother fact checking? That requires work. And we don't need to put in all that work and research because we're going to get the same rating whether we get it or not. I've got to say that I've had some experiences with CBS that have been interesting. In 2019, when I was Justin Fairfax's comms director, we had to deal with CBS putting 2 people on the air with no fact checking and no investigation. Why? Because spectacle. They were going to get the ratings anyway, so why waste the time actually doing journalism? And this type of thing is exactly the reason why people hate journalism. And if you're not doing fact-checking and truth and protection of truth as a journalist, then there is no journalism. There's no reason for the moderators. Interestingly enough, the moderators, Nora O'Donnell and Margaret Brennan, are good. They're good enough to fact-check. Margaret Brennan does it every week on Face the Nation. She's very good. So this is a conscious decision not to do journalism. It's a conscious decision to be lazy. As we saw with the ABC debate with Lindsey Davis and David Muir, they can fact check. It wasn't a big interruption when David Muir would simply say, this is not true. There's no evidence of this.
Of specific claims of pets being harmed, injured, or abused by individuals.
And if you're not doing that, you're not doing journalism. And there's really no reason for the moderators, because you could flash the question on a screen and J.D. Vance and Governor Walz could read the question. And what do we need the moderators for if they're not fact checking? I mean, this is outrageous. It's a lack of journalism in a time where we're dealing with misinfo, disinfo, and out lying.
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs.
There's no excuse for it. And it's embarrassing, quite frankly, for the so-called profession of journalism. This is Lauren Burke. I'll be on Roland Martin Unfiltered this week analyzing the vice presidential debate. And so I'll see you on the TV.
Well, first of all, city officials have not said it's not true. They've said they don't have all the evidence.
They said they have no evidence.
We've heard from a number of constituents on the ground, Caitlin, who both firsthand and secondhand reports saying this stuff is happening.
If someone calls your office and says they saw Bigfoot, that doesn't mean they saw Bigfoot. Why? I mean, you have a sense of responsibility as a running mate, and he certainly does as the candidate, to not promote false information.